wow. It's not good.
It's just getting that tiny little beat. If it's off, it's wrong, so you kind of have to get that right a lot.
These Irish dancers at the Kristen Butke School of Irish Dance are practicing and practicing.
Most of them dance 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours a day, sometimes 6 days a week.
And practicing some more.
This school teacher from Franklin gets it done twice a month.
And I always feel, kind of better with a tan and kind of like a healthy glow.
But now a new study says that healthy glow may not be so healthy for you.
Police say there was a reason Grogan never heard the train. He was wearing headphones. The train came up behind him.
And we presume he had the music up pretty loud and he didn't react to the train trying to get his attention.
Police say the train was traveling 45 to 50 miles per hour and couldn't stop in time. Apparently, James Grogan heard the train at the last moment, but it was too late.
Moved his body about 50 yards before it came to rest on the side of the tracks.
Tavin ran in and out of the house as quickly as he could, grabbing first his mother's purse, then a towel and the phone. All the time his little mind was racing, fearing for his mother's life. Because you see, the only time Tavin had seen that amount of blood was in the movies.
Because when I've watched a movie and I see that, the end of it, when people do that, you know what they do? They die.
But not when a hero is in the movie. This just happened to be real life. The hero, a 6-year-old standing just over 3 feet tall, weighing in at 50 pounds.
If you need your lawn mowed right now,
the phone's ringing off the hook.
Good luck.
I've had that happen today. And I had to tell them, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I'm slammed. It's going to be at least 2 or 3 days before I get to you.
Usually, Don Ford would have less trouble fitting you in March, but the early spring weather has caught his customers off guard.
Most customers have waited way too late to call. And
he's not the only one whose job is starting early.
Would you like gravy on there?
Millions of mouths are fed every school day.
You want a whole one? You're not getting a whole one. I'm going to give you a half one.
But the Barlow family doesn't let their children eat the school food.
It bothers me that in our schools we are continually serving the American diet, the Western diet, which we are proving day in and day out to make us sicker as a society.
Jeremy Barlow is a chef by trade and owner of Taste Restaurant on West End, where every meal starts from scratch. His main beef is nutrient-poor, overly processed meals on the school menu. He's been on a 5-year mission to turn things around.
There's nothing wrong with a burger now and then. There's nothing wrong with a chicken nugget when it's real chicken and it's just chicken and breading. But that's not the case.
They're the brands your great-grandfather poured, Jack Daniels and George Dickel. And since 2000, Pritchard's has made a name in the whiskey business as well. But for decades, they were the only names producing legal spirits in Tennessee. Prohibition-era laws made Moore, Coffee, and Lincoln counties the only places in the state where distilleries could legally operate. That is, until 2 years ago. That's when the Tennessee General Assembly amended the state law, allowing more distilleries to open up in 41 more counties. Fast forward to today. Amid the hills of rural Cannon County, on a farm where goats and cows still graze, Short Mountain Distillery is preparing to turn the area's moonshine culture into a legitimate business.
Cannon County has a really long history of making distilled spirits. We're going to be coming out with a product that will make this area and Tennessee proud.
Billy Kaufman's whiskey distillery is still a year away from sales. Paperwork and state permits need finalized. The ingredients need harvesting, and construction of the distillery itself must be finished. But once it's operating, Kaufman says Short Mountain will offer something truly authentic.
We would like to preserve the heritage of making moonshine and, the flavors that have come with it.
In Nashville, at the old Marathon Motorworks Village, another new whiskey producer is a few steps ahead.
I thought about this so long, I almost can't believe that it's happening.
Mike Williams is founder of Collier McKeel Tennessee Whiskey, and he's producing his spirit using the same method as Jack Daniels and George Dickel, becoming only the third distiller to use the Lincoln County process of filtering whiskey through sugar maple charcoal.
We can't hope to be as large as they are. However, for whiskey lovers and for folks who like handcrafted products, we think we'll stand up admirably, and we'll be glad to compete.
Williams took a unique marketing step with his product, hoping to impress how important each bottle is to him.
I'm just putting my thumbprint on the back of the bottle, and so that everybody knows that I actually do touch every bottle that goes out of the distillery.
Collier McKeel is new to the market, having just shipped its first bottles the end of April. Meanwhile, located in the same still house is another upstart, Corsair Artisan Distillery, which has been operating in Nashville since early 2010 and already finding success with its niche product.
Given that we're, in the backyard of George Dickel and Jack Daniels, we didn't want to make a traditional style of Tennessee whiskey. We wanted to start making some other products, and really focus on the younger generation.
So aside from making whiskey, Corsair produces absinthe, vodka, rum, moonshine, and gin.
When we first said we're going to make gin, people looked at us like we were crazy. Gin in the South, absinthe in the South, vodka in the South. And we wanted to show that there's such a great distilling culture and history here. I think we can make anything.
Corsair's already making an impression at area bars, like Nashville's Patterson House. And it's a headliner among the emerging local spirits sections at stores like Nashville's Midtown Wine and Spirits.
It's really nice to have some more local options here in the market. It's fun to support Tennessee businesses. We believe that money spent in Tennessee stays in Tennessee, so it helps everyone involved.
And while these distilling upstarts are technically competitors, you'll find a common spirit among them.
We're brothers in arms. The thing is that we're less than 1/1000th of the market. So I don't really feel like we're competing with each other as we're competing with these large established brands.
I think basically in this field, the more the merrier.
And so the fields at Short Mountain will soon yield another new Tennessee spirit, part of a distilling rebirth in a state steeped in whiskey tradition, yet ready for a renaissance. Flint Adam, Fox 17 News.